So we're here with Todd Keirstead, who's from Bring Back the Game, which is a very special initiative that I don't think a lot of people have obviously heard about yet. It is something that's sort of brand new and an extension of something you've been doing in the past. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing, sort of kind of the plans, maybe a little history of it?
Absolutely, yeah. No, Bring Back the Game is something that I picked up 2 years ago. I was doing a demonstration at a VA hospital just outside of Tampa, Florida. And my demonstrations, it's usually a trick shot demonstration with fun, dispelling the myths of golf through fun and through humor. And what I realized is when I was hitting the shots, all these shots that I have taken for granted over the years was actually looking out into the crowd, was emulating people's physical situations. So I was hitting balls blindfolded, representing somebody that was visually impaired. I was hitting balls off my knees, representing a double amputee. I was hitting balls off of one leg or the other leg, a single amputee, sitting in a chair. And then all of a sudden it just turned the light bulb on going, you know what, it's fun, it's entertaining, but oh my God, this thing's motivation for people that might have thought they've lost the game of golf due to physical and mental situations.
So basically your trick shots were really an adaptation of golf. It's adaptive golf.
Absolutely, that's exactly what it was. And I've been doing it for 10 years and it just didn't hit me. But that one show, seeing the audience, I was like, oh my God, this is such a powerful tool that's needed in the industry. Because we always hear, grow the game, grow the game, grow the game. Why don't we bring back the game to people that we already had?
Yeah, and we've talked off air a little bit and about some situations people have come into, and you had an interesting statistic about golfers playing the game and maybe why they've gone away from the game. Why don't you share that?
Well, 22% of golfers, studies have shown that have given up the game. So 22% of golfers have given up the game due to physical or mental situations. And to me, it's, yes, you might not be able to play the game of golf the way that you used to, granted. But you know what? We're going to figure out a way to adapt a golf swing to make it work for you. So it might not be 18 holes. It might be just being able to get to the driving range. Yeah. It might be going to play 3 holes. But you know what? A golf swing is a second and a half long. Yeah. So 100 golf swings, you're playing golf for 3 minutes, so you're having fun for the other 5 hours, whether you're drinking beers, whether you're doing whatever. And that's the great thing about the game of golf. It's a bonding environment.
And I know I've talked to a lot of people in the past that will maybe get, kind of nostalgic and say, oh, I used to play and now I don't. And you ask them why, and they say, I hurt my arm or whatever happened, and they say, well, or my bad back or stuff like that. And you know what, you can still get something out of the game without playing the game in the same way you did. Right?
Exactly, and that's the whole thing. It's getting over the mental hurdle of, oh my God, I'm not as good as what I once was. And that's the key to it, is if you can get over that mental barrier and just take the game for, it's a game. Yeah. And if we can still think of the game as being a game, go and have fun. And that's what I'm trying to do, is get people back onto the golf course to enjoy the camaraderie with everybody else.
So that's the concept. How is this playing out as far as the year is concerned? I know you've got obviously some good sponsors involved this year.
I've got some incredible opportunities now. I've been graciously sponsored by TaylorMade Adidas. Via Rails picked up on it as well. I'm now the national partner of the Wounded Warriors. Nice. And Parasport Ontario sanctioned it provincially. It's gaining a lot of traction and momentum because people are going, wow, this is what we need. This is what we need to grow the game of golf again. And it's a feel-good thing too. Right. When you get somebody, I don't realize the effect of what I'm doing to somebody until I get in the car and drive home and I go, oh my God, I think I just made an impact on this guy's life, because golf, it's a pretty powerful 4-letter word.
Pretty much, yeah.
It really is. It really is. So I'm blessed to be able to have the opportunities that I'm doing now and have a lot of fun with it.
And what is the reaction you get? I mean, you mentioned that, but I know personally you've done a lot of shows and demonstrating what you can do and then what people can do. But what's sort of the personal side of it? You've had a few people more than a few people come up and talk to you, but maybe some examples.
I had an individual down in Florida who was in a gunfight in Afghanistan, took a bullet, and now he's paralyzed from the waist down. Never thought he could ever play golf again, and golf was his passion. So a really cool story was, I knew he was coming out to do a clinic with me, but he stayed off in the background because there were just too many people. He also suffered from PTSD. Sure. So after the clinic was over, I sat in my wheelchair and I started hitting golf balls. And I saw him at the corner of my eye. You can see him perk up a little bit. Then after about 5 minutes, he wheeled over. And we just started talking while I was still hitting golf balls. And then after about 5 minutes, I said, you want to give it a try? And he's like, really? So I explained to him how he needs to do it. Within 15 minutes, he was hitting it about 100 yards. Yeah. So what I didn't realize, his wife showed up to drive him home. She was seeing, but she stayed off in the background. So after about 15 minutes, I said, "Are you ready to go?" And he goes, "No, I'm actually having a really good time. Do you mind?" And I said, "No, you want to go play golf?"
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, no. So
really?
I said, "You want to go play golf?" And he's like, "Oh my God, really?" So we went out and we played hole number 1 and we played hole number 9.
Yeah.
Just come out and back again. What I didn't realize, the wife called 2 of his buddies that were longtime partners of golf with him. We're about 50 yards from the green. We look up, she's in tears.
Oh.
2 buddies are in tears.
I got chills right here, right now.
I looked over, and this is a hard knot, and I'm in tears, and I'm going, oh my God, what are we doing here? And taking a hardened soldier that thought he lost the game, and now we got him playing golf again.
I mean, in that way,
so
you're giving people their life back, or parts of their life that they thought were gone.
Exactly,
right?
and it's a big part of their lives. Like, it's 5 hours of you know what? We all take this game for granted, just because it's never been taken away from us.
Sure.
But we up here in Canada, we're like, oh, we lose golf for 5 months and we all get the itch.
Yeah.
Well, think about losing it for the rest of your life, and being able to be introduced to it again. It's a powerful tool.
Now, obviously this year you have a very busy schedule. Kind of what are you doing in the coming year? What's coming up?
Well, we're doing a couple of really cool clinics with the Wounded Warriors. The National Golf Course Owners Association put on we were part of proceeds that from the Toronto Golf Show. Fantastic. And we're doing a phenomenal clinic with them. I've also got a couple clinics in Toronto. One of the college programs has picked up Bring Back the Game as part of their curriculum.
Great.
So I got 11 students now that are planning an event at the end of March.
Even better.
Exactly. So it's also exposing them to the community and community leaders as well. But we're taking it, you know what, I have no idea where it's going. I'm just hanging on for the ride, because this thing is blowing up in a great way.
But it's nice to see other people getting involved, because I mean, obviously you've been an advocate for a long time, and you've been doing this sort of on your own in most cases, which, you know, again, is great credit to you for doing that and sticking out. But now that all these people are getting behind it, I mean, that's fantastic.
Well, the great thing about it is people are asking me, what can I do to help? And you know what? You can do. Let me know. Let me know what you're good at or what you want to do, and I welcome it, because this is a community thing, and I want to make it about everybody. You know, a lot of people, oh, I have a friend that's like, and I'm like, perfect. Let's do something. And to me, it's not about teaching the individual. I'm also teaching the caregiver as well, because these people need help on the golf course as well with, you know, a personal caddy per se. So it's not only teaching the individual, it's teaching the caregiver or their golfing buddies how to work with this individual. So it's a whole bonding session, and it's so cool. You know, whether it's PTSD, like I just had a wife call me, say, listen, my husband's having a really tough time. He hasn't been out of the bedroom in a week. Can you get him out on the golf course? And I'm like, absolutely. So there's so many opportunities, and it's everybody from the Cancer Society to Easter Seals to wounded veterans to even anybody. It's just bringing them to the game of golf and showing them how great the sport is.
That's fantastic.
It's awesome.
Now, how do people find out about it?
We have a website. Yeah, we have a website called bringbackthegame.ca.
Perfect.
And also Todd Keirstead. If you just Google Todd Keirstead, it's everywhere. We have a lot of fun with it.
Fantastic. So everybody check that out. It's a great program. I've known Todd for quite some time, and he's super enthusiastic, and I think now seeing the whole of Canada, the world, kind of get behind this, we're certainly going to see a lot more golfers come back to the game, which is a great thing to see. So
thank you so much for the opportunity.
Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.